Hello, how's it going, everyone? Mario here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are watching certain stocks today. We're watching Coin, of course. That shit is going crazy in the pre-market session. I don't know what's going on in there. Coin is pushing higher. We're watching Datadog or D-Dog, and we're watching SPY as usual. So let's see how this day turns out. Like, this price action is still below 116, so interesting day ahead indeed. So we gotta wait and watch. Again, thank you so much for joining. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave it in the chat so we can go over those stocks as well. So in the pre-market session, we have certain stocks leading the mark, certain sectors leading. We gotta wait and see how we open up. Tomorrow we have jobs data. That is something important to keep an eye out for. It all depends on that. If you get a bad jobs data, and sound isn't working, what's going on? Can you guys hear me? Is it audible now? Check 1 2 1 2. BlackRock is using Coinbase. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's see if we open above 100, and if we open above 100 we can run a test to like 112 today. That'll be a decent trade on Coinbase. It's a 12-point move to the upside, so it's pretty good. So let's wait and see how it turns out to be today. It's an amazing trade on Coinbase if you got in yesterday, to be honest. So let's see. We have like 2 more minutes to go to the market open. As I said before, if you guys are new, thank you so much for joining. I am watching Datadog and Coinbase for today. So, alright, we are kind of flat in all the indices at the open. Make sure, if you're planning on taking any swings today leading into tomorrow, be very careful because we are having payrolls numbers, which technically tells you how many people joined the labor force in the month of June to July. And with all these gaslighting which has been going on saying that we are not in a recession, be very careful, because if we get a slap across the face with the bad payrolls or bad jobs number, it only strengthens the recession narrative, and to be honest with you, I have no idea how the market is going to react. So if there are 2 possible scenarios that can happen, if you think about it, market can look at it like, okay, we already know it, we already know we are in a recession. So if you're in a recession, Federal Reserve is gonna not gonna increase interest rates like they used to be. They're gonna be supportive, and they're gonna be cutting back on interest rate hikes, so that will be bullish. Or we are in a recession and it just strengthens the narrative, so yeah, dump it. There are 2 different scenarios, so let's see how it plays. So be very careful if you're swinging anything. Just be mindful of what you're doing. That's all it is. Can you guys see any new option chains in Coinbase? I can only see until 120 calls. Is it only me? It jumped up so high that I can only see until 120 for the weekly. And the 110 calls are up like, wow, Jesus Christ, they're up like 13,000%. Yesterday's close, it was at $4. Right now, the same call options are like $653 worth. Absolute madness. Right, looks like a flat open on SPY. Coinbase is pushing higher, testing the 112 resistance. Gotta see if we can push higher. Right, so SoFi is pushing. Coin is breaking above that resistance. Holy shit, Coinbase, absolutely unreal. 40% up. Wow. All right. There are not a lot of option chains in Coinbase, to be exact. Like 120 is the maximum you can buy. Either they're gonna halt it and add more option chains to it, or this is gonna go in the money right today if they break about 112. We can easily see 133 next in Coinbase if we keep pushing higher. So we gotta wait and see how it goes. So Datadog, I want Datadog to give me at least 100 to take the trade here. This is something which I'm watching for today. 100 to 98 area will be pretty decent for long trades. So let's see. SoFi, well, of course, SoFi is going wild here. So yeah, it's a pretty quiet day. Flat day in SPY. Looks like SPY wants to test the 413 here. No good trade setups on SPY. Coinbase, holy shit. Yep, Coinbase is just moving mad. 40%. Still going. I feel bad for Cathie Wood, she's so low. I mean, if you think about it, BlackRock wanted her to sell everything so they can scoop it up for even cheaper. They are scums. That's who they are. But it's fine though. I mean, it's nothing new for Cathie Woods for buying high and selling low. So yeah. Right. What's our baby Tesla doing? Tesla, my Yesla. Give me something. Alright, so this is getting boring here on Coinbase. Let's go for Tesla. Alright, so we tested the same 137 levels and we are coming back lower now. Alright, SPY is nearing support here, 413. You might see a bounce there. Alright, Datadog, come lower. Nice. So, are you guys watching anything? If you guys are, let me know. So we can go over it over here. We gotta go over AMD. Oh, let's go over TSM with all this bullshit which is going on in Taiwan. I'm surprised this is still holding up. So let's see for how long. Like they're already conducting military drills and stuff. So if you guys wanna, yeah, one more thing. So if you guys wanna expose yourself in case of invasion, what's the worst part, like, right, keep an eye out for EEM, ticker EEM. That is the emerging markets. It's a ETF which tracks all the emerging market stocks, and the major holdings on the stocks is Taiwanese Semiconductor, TSM, Samsung, and what else, Alibaba. These are these major holdings. Majority belongs to TSM and Baba. Both gives you an exposure to just in case some bullshit happens in China. So let's see how it goes. So if you guys want to expose yourself to that, that'll be a good trade if you can just buy some cheaper puts, way out of the money cheaper puts. I mean, just in case some bullshit happens, so you'll be hedged in your portfolio. The ticker is EEM. It tracks the emerging markets. It's an emerging market ETF. It tracks all the big stocks in countries other than US. So what's going on with SoFi? Can we take any trades in here, or what's going on? Let's see if you can take out the highs of yesterday on SoFi, which is at 841. We can see so far hitting 882. So let's see. Netflix going crazy. What's going on there? take a look. Alright, Netflix, what are you doing? Oh, nice. There we go. Let's bring it up in the main section. I wouldn't call it crazy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It can get up to, if you take out the highs today, the highs over here, which is at around 230.75, we can push to 234 on Netflix. So let's wait and see how the rest of the overall market behaves. So until then, we just wait and watch. How do you set up your channels with the yellow lines? You're talking about this? This is nothing but the 50-day moving average. That's all it is, nothing else. So you got to go to the indicators and search for moving average. Once you search for moving average, you will get it right over here. So as you can see, the blue line is a 20 SMA. So sorry, 9-day moving average. You can just go to the settings and you can just change the length to 50. So once you do it, boom, you have the 50-day moving average again. So that's all it is. It's just a moving average, mate, like nothing else. So Netflix on its way to 234. Is coin still going? What's going on with coin? Let's see. Alright, so coin is moving mad today. Alright, we got rejected again, exactly at 112. As we were expecting. So let's see if we broke above 112. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. Until then, we're just gonna be stuck around on this area. SPY getting fucked. What's going on there? Everything is pulling back. What's your take on Tesla today? Tesla, I did take a trade on Tesla yesterday and I was looking for 940 test. So I'm waiting for Tesla to break about 940 before taking any trades. So yeah, I took it yesterday at 910 and sold it somewhere around 925 or something. And then today morning it went all the way to 936 to 940. So I'm just waiting for Tesla to break about this price point to even think about any trades. But let's see how the rest of the day goes. That's my opinion on Tesla. So look at RIDE, what's going on there. My system is so slow today. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's still like on the same range over there. If we break about 940, which is the highs of this candle, which is like 940, 935.63. So let's see. I mean, if we do break, we can get to like 953. So I'm waiting for 940 to break. So let's wait and see how it goes. Break 940, we can go to 953 to run a test over there. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. And that's about Tesla. So far I got rejected. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. Look at RIDE. What's going on with RIDE? RITE. Oh, Lordstone. It's been a long time since we've taken a look at any of these stocks, huh? Absolutely insane. These stocks got battered. Oh, they're up 16%. Nice. Nice. Right, so the RIDE is up 16%. Coin is going ham. Tesla is just consolidating. SPY, yeah, just consolidating after a monster move from yesterday. It's kind of a boring day, boys. Nothing to do here. What the hell? Looks like the market is in a floater operation until we get the jobs data. That's what's going on. Thoughts on Apple? What's going on Apple? Let's see. Right, so 165 is important, as you can see. So as long as 155 is holding, we can easily run a test to 167 again. So we got to wait and see how the rest of the day goes, all depending on SPY. So we came back, run a test to 165.75, pushing higher now. So as long as the price is above this range of 165.72, we will get to this zone at 167 to like 169. So there's a red zone over there. Watch out for 165, it's very important. It did give you a nice entry though right now when as we're talking about it, so let's see. You're watching for this zone now, which is at around 167, so good, wait and see. Meta. Oh, Meta, we've been trading this for a while. What's going on there? Yeah, getting closer and closer into that 50-day moving average. We might find some resistance over here at the top of the range at 172. So it's, if you see this chart, all we're doing is just consolidating up and down between two ranges, which is at 172 to the upside and to the downside at 152. Oh, sorry, 154. So just trade the range until one side gives up. No need to speculate anything, no need to do any of those stuff. So for now, the resistance remains at 172, the support remains at 154, so let's see. If you got in today morning after the zone at 168, yeah, it's a very good trade at once to all the way to like 172 to the upside. So watch out for 172, very important. If you guys got in today morning, consider scaling out or securing some profits around this area. If we go above 172, we can think about another trade over there. We can go longs again, so no worries. AMD, what's going on with AMD? Oh, testing the 100, important spot. Yeah, Tesla has support around 910. Yep, 910 to like 915 levels. You're right. That's where I got the call last night. I mean, last trading session. So for AMD, I mean, 100 is pretty important. If you break above 100, watch out for 102.50. If you break above 102.50, we might go all the way to like 105. So that is important. All right, so Tesla shareholder meeting after hours today discussed in splits. Yes, so any stock splits after the stock has been down like 30% or 40% is a scam to retail investors so that the CEOs can dump in their head later. Don't fall for that crap. So let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm not a big fan of stock splits when the stock is actually down like 30 to 40%. I believe it's just a scam so that the CEO can dump the shares on the head of the retail investors who FOMO and thinking that they're getting it for a cheap price. But hey, who knows? Let's see. QQQ about 324. Right, let's see. Yes sir, about 324. So we need to watch out for the AVWAP, which is the next level will be like 328 to 329 here. So we got to keep an eye out. Just a slow melt up operation going on. And I said don't go short blindly. This is what I meant. This is pretty common. Even though it's just a bear market rally or whatever you might want to call it, expecting something to happen and then going short, it's not, and hoping for things to work out in your favor, it's not a strategy. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. I'm still bullish on SoFi. I still believe we can run a test to like $8.80 to $9 to the upside. If you guys are bag holding it, so make sure to like de-risk it when it nears your cost average, because the stock is still in a downtrend. there is always an equal probability of this pummeling down lower, so be careful. Alright, so other than that, QQQ is just going mad today. More than up more than 0.5%. SPY's doing alright, not bad. 430 in active support, which is one of our numbers. And now eyeing to run a test to 416 again, which is the top of yesterday. Yesterday's highs comes in at 415.65, but my number is 416.51. So let's 416.40 to be exact. So let's see if we can run a test. Is the video smooth, or like is there a buffer going on? So I just got an error from YouTube saying that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, the viewers will experience buffering. What's going on? So let me know. Like, you guys should let me know if it's not smooth. I gotta do something about it. So things are looking quite bullish here. Still a slow day. Nothing to discuss right now. So for now, keep a watch out for 416.40 on SPY. And in QQQ, keep an eye out for 328. If we are continuing to be bullish, that's where we are headed to. Most likely, I believe if there is a good news tomorrow, they'll just use it as an excuse to push SPY all the way to like 422 to 423. Very much possible. So be mindful of that before going short on any reason. I mean, whatever it is, like you might believe it's a bear market rally or whatever you might believe, but at the end of the day, price is the only thing which pays, so focus on the price. Tomorrow we are getting the jobs data, as I said before. Be careful with the swings because anything can happen. So, yep. If you guys have any other tickers in mind, let me know, we can go over it. Where can Shopify run to? Let's take a look at Shopify, shall we? SHOP. Oh, great. Wow. It's breaking out of the range here. So, I mean, it can easily run a test to like 44 bucks if we continue to push higher. No worries at all. That's where I'm looking for, like 43.89 to 44.37. The ATR is at $3. Where's the opening print? Opening print at like 42.58. So yeah, if Nasdaq continues to be bullish and keep pushing higher, Shopify can run a test to 44.37. It can happen by today, it can happen by tomorrow, but as long as price stays above this range, which is at around $40 or $41, that's the next price point to keep an eye out for. All right. So 324 is still holding. What is going on in the news? Let's see. So tomorrow's expected number for payrolls is 250,000. So S&P 500 back to flat. Nasdaq is still higher. Dow Jones is still flat. Looks like a hump day. They're waiting for the jobs data tomorrow, so they're just gonna float around here and do nothing for the rest of the day. It'll be better to stay out on days like today and not trade anything at all because there is no volatility. There's nothing going on, at least for now. So if you guys do want to take any trades, it's just like there are a few small caps, like Ride is going higher. You can just play the momentum over there. And Coinbase, of course, like Coinbase is just pushing, going absolutely wild. It still got rejected though, testing the $100 here. So let's see if it holds. If it holds its support, still offers some nice tradable opportunities to the upside from 100. So $100 is holding right now. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. Interesting, interesting. Yield curve is just getting inverted even further because the market is expecting a bad jobs data tomorrow. Can you look into pay? Fed speaks at 12. Oh, really? Who speaks at 12? Is it Powell or is it one of the voting members? No, we gotta keep an eye out for that. PayPal, what's going on? Oh, alright, we couldn't hold 100 yesterday. Interesting. Alright, PayPal might come all the way down to $92 here. So let's see. 95 and then 92. Yep. We can get down to 95 first. If we couldn't hold it, then 92 will be the next. So let's see how the PayPal is doing. For now, the direction seems like to be the downside. We can't hold on to 100. So until 100 is recaptured, there's nothing to be bullish about. It's in a downtrend until it proves otherwise. What's the buy zone for Amazon for long-term shares? Alright, let me see Amazon. If we are long-term, I wouldn't. I mean, how much? I mean, how many years are we talking about? How many months are we talking about? It all depends on that. It gave 102 like few days back. Just saying. But anyway, if you do want to go long, I mean, if you do have a time frame in mind, it's totally up to you. As long as you manage the risk, you will be fine. So if you want to go long, I mean, if you see it coming down to like somewhere around to fill this gap, let's say like 128, if you can scoop it over there, that'll be nice. And yeah, if you don't care about the price, you can just buy it and you can just hold on to it. It's totally up to you. PayPal is losing some steam. What's going on? Yep, we are coming lower. We're headed towards the support here. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. 195 is the support, somewhere around like what, 194.43. It's at the highs of this candle. Yep, 194.50. Yep, consider scaling out over there. And if you're having puts, make sure to exit fully at $93. Master, all right. Loretta Mester. Let's see what she got to say. Like, she'll be like, Fed got to raise interest rates to like 500 basis points, so nothing will happen. Yeah, I mean, I stopped listening to all these idiots because they don't give anything valuable to us. They'll say one thing to us, and then at the board, at the FOMC minutes, they'll completely flip the switch and they'll be like, everyone agrees to 50 basis points. Shut the fuck up. Then why are you coming? Like, same with Boystick, if you think about it, right? Boystick and what's his other name? Bullard. They talk all this crap in front of TV saying that Fed needs to go raise interest rates like 300 to 400 basis points by the end of the year. But when it comes to FOMC, they just fumble. Like, let's just raise 25 basis points. Like, then why are you running your mouth then? I'll stop listening to all these idiots, and I'm pretty sure market is too as well, because most of the time nowadays they don't even care what the Fed has to say. So that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. That's the problem. So CrowdStrike is sitting right at 185 here. So let's see where it is. The ATR is at $9. So which means we opened at 192. So we can get all the way to 193, 183, you know. So I do believe if you're not in a trade yet, and if you got puts or something in the open, I would recommend taking some profits at this area, at least scaling out, because we are sitting right at the 100 SMA, which is at $184. So if we do break 184, we can come down to like 181 to 182. So that's fine, but still, like, if you got in the puts at the open at around $192, consider securing profits, because we are sitting right at support. Right, so let's keep an eye out for PayPal. So let's see if we can play a tradable bounce. So it's still holding on to that 95 buckaroos. I wanted to test $92. Look, gonna last 92.78. I would love to go long over there. So I'm expecting something like this to happen. And come down to run a test, or even the best case scenario, fill this gap, and then like close the day above it, and then like go again above $100. But hey, it's in a downtrend. I'm not expecting it to be bullish anytime soon, as long as the market turns bullish. But yeah, wishful thinking. I used to love PayPal before. I used to be long in this company when it was trading at around $250. But hey, shit happened. I gotta sell it once they reported earnings, and then they started talking shit about acquiring Pinterest. That marked the death of the stock, not the company, but the stock. It went from like what $240 all the way to like $60. Absolutely insane. So, what sectors are outperforming today? Right, interesting here. Like defensives, utilities are outperforming, and holy shit, biotech is going mad here. XPI, they just capped it right above $95. I think it's a new all-time highs now. Yeah, they broke out about the consolidation zone. Interesting. They broke about 85.45, and now they are gunning. Nice. Right, so let's look at Merck, what it's doing. It's been a long time since I think. Oh my days. Oh, that looks ugly. Doesn't look good at all. Jesus. Right, so looks like a triple top here. Looks like it can come all the way down to 86 or $84 if you want to go long. So Merck is getting marked in the sidelines, so we don't need this. CVS, someone mentioned CVS a while ago. Oh, we're still going on CVS 104. Nice. Testing 104 here, which is resistance on CVS. Interesting. We'll keep a look on our watch list to see what's leading and what's not doing well. Costco is lagging. SPY is just flat as a pancake. Apple, same, flat. QQQ is a bit up, but nah, nothing interesting. IWM is flat. Boeing is like almost all of them are just flat. The only stocks that are doing well are these high multiple growth companies. Those are the only thing which is performing good. Amazon is up, that's good, and VIX is also up. I mean, interesting. VIX is up 1% today, and yep. Should we avoid huge gap ups like what we had on PayPal today? There is a strategy called post earning gap ups. All right, I mean, you can see it like in PayPal. Let me explain. There are two examples which I wanted to give you. One is PayPal, the other is UPS. So the stock is technically in a downtrend. All right, it has like PayPal is in a downtrend. You can clearly see like series of lower highs, lower lows, and then suddenly what happened? They just gapped it higher. So it's just nothing but psychology. Let's say like you're bag holding this company, and you get a massive bounce like what we got yesterday. What will you do? All right, so there's a gap up here. Stock is in a downtrend, so let me just sell some and lock in some of my profits and de-risk it before it goes back to shit again. So that'll be the mentality. That's the psychology. So yeah, especially when a stock is in a downtrend, avoid any big gap ups, because most of the time they always come back down to fill that gap. We call it post earnings gap up plays. So look at this, PayPal, they gapped higher, couldn't hold 100. If they held 100, that would be a totally different story. But they couldn't hold 100 yesterday, and they just flushed it lower. And today they're coming back down to run a test to the bottom of that gap, which is at either at 92 or somewhere at around $91. So we gotta wait and watch. And also UPS is another example for the same thing. A few quarters back, yeah, this one exactly. So you can see the stock was already struggling and it was at the bottom of the range. They just gapped it way higher to the new all-time highs. They were consolidating for almost almost a year now on the same area. And then what happened? They reported earnings and then the stock just gapped up insanely high. And then what happened? You can see the stock didn't do much. It was a failed breakout because SPY and QQQ was pummeling lower and it wasn't a bear market. So yeah, they just came all the way back down. They gave away all the gains. They filled the gap, and then they pummeled even lower. So from 230 all the way to like $160. So never trust a gap up when the market is downtrending. I mean, especially when the SPY and QQQ, it can almost always never end in our favor. So not worth it at all. You can day trade it, but it totally depended on the scenario as well. But as you can see, the stock was looking very bullish, but SPY and QQQ on the month of Jan and Feb wasn't. So there is no point in going long on an individual stock when the broader market is in a downtrend. So something to keep an eye out for. You can look into post earnings gap up plays. So you can look into that in Google. It'll give you some detailed analysis on what it's all about and stuff like that. So hey, something interesting showed up. Upstart, $29. Crazy, $29. Fucking hell. Right, so we got rejected at $30 again. So let's see if we can come all the way down again to trying to test at $23. So are you in PayPal puts? I'm not in any trades today. Today is one of the boring days and I'm not taking any trades. But yesterday I did trade certain stocks like Airbnb and Tesla. What else did I take yesterday? SoFi, Meta. Like those were the trades of mine from yesterday. But today, yeah, it's dead, boring. I mean, yeah, I'm just staying out for today. I'm waiting for the jobs data tomorrow to see what's going on, and then I can reassess the situation, whether to go long or whether to go short, what to do then, and then I got to like reassess my longs. All depends on tomorrow's jobs number. So yep, I already sold out half my longs on Google, and I'm just sitting in cash right now, so I still have the 50% of my longs left. If something concerning shows up, yeah, I'm out of all the longs and I'm just moving to full cash until I see improvement in the economy, because fuck this. There are times where you stay out, and this is one of them. Would you suggest PayPal puts for a swing? Where will you set your stops at if you get puts here? That's the question. The best place to, I mean, at this point, it'll be better to just wait and watch. The best place to trade is to if you see PayPal at this range at $92, take the risk and go longs. If you do want to take puts, you can just set the stops at the closing print of yesterday, which is at lows of yesterday technically, 97.27, and you can just take the trade there. So you are technically risking 50 to 60 cents in order to make $3, I guess. So don't go for weeklies. Give yourself some time in the options. Technically, with this move of 60 cents to the upside, you'll be losing $60. But if it pummels to the downside, it's like $4 move. It's like $300-400. So sometimes it's not. I mean, right? I'm not certain about this at all. But if you do want to take it, this is one of the ways you can take it. Because I like puts way better when I see PayPal running a test to $100 again, when it goes all the way up to 100 and then gets rejected there and then comes back lower. Yeah, that's where I like it. I need a back test. I need a back test to 100. I mean, if you're not getting it, yeah, I'm just gonna watch out for how it goes for the rest of the day. But yeah, if you do want to short it, you can just put your stops at the lows of yesterday or closing print of yesterday, even somewhere around 97.27 to 97.92. When the stock breaks above these levels, you can just cut losses and re-enter again at $100 rejection. The job number has to be lower than expected, right? If it's lower than expected, it just proves that's what Fed wants, to be honest with you. They want the job numbers to be lower. They want the demand destruction in the labor market. But I'm not quite sure the administration will like it, but that's what the Fed wants, because once market sees it, they'll be like, all right, Fed is going to ease raising the interest rates and they're not going to go for 75 basis points. They can chill out on their aggressive stance on interest rate hikes, and then the market will just gas up. But if we do get a strong jobs data, well, the Fed is going to go ham on interest rates. We might get another 75 basis points. We might get even 1 basis point, 100 basis points move. We'll never know. We got to wait and see. That's why it's important tomorrow. The jobs data is important, and the CPI, very, very important, because we need to see the inflation reading coming down. And the worst case scenario is we getting a jobs data, terrible jobs data, and inflation is still massively up. Now that is the worst case scenario, because they'll be stuck in between, like whether to raise interest rates to bring the inflation down. If they do raise interest rates, we're already in a recession. It will worsen the situation of the economic standpoint. Or if they don't raise interest rates to like stimulate the economy again, to support the economy again by lowering it, they're risking of runaway inflation. The inflation will just go crazy high. To put it blunt, they're fucked either way. If this scenario plays out, yeah, it's going to be very bad for Fed. But let's see. The CPI is important. The jobs data tomorrow is very, very important. They're expecting 250,000 jobs to be added to the markets. We got to wait and see how much they added. Let's see. In that jobs data, you got to keep an eye out for wage inflation section as well. That shows you the inflation side in the wages, right? How much of the hourly rates of the employers are paying went higher. So that is important, very important as well. So if the wage inflation keeps going higher and the jobs market is still going strong, yeah, that is not a good that is not a good sign for the markets, because the market will start pricing in even aggressive rate hikes. So let's see. So alright boys, today is fucking dead. Nothing to do in the markets. So as I said, just stay back and watch the shit show play out. That's all I can say. Like, you don't have to be on any trades at today. Just sit back, relax. Tomorrow 8:30 we can have some nice trades for 0DTE. So let's see how the rest of the day plays out. So thank you so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at 8:30 in the morning so we can see that shit show together. You can read the jobs data and what's going on, and I'll stream the Bloomberg and what's going on over there, so we can take it from there. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Leave a like, subscribe, check out the Discord, check out the Patreon, link is down below in the description. See you guys tomorrow morning.